Well, in other news, President Biden issued his first veto yesterday. His action could make an impact on your retirement plans. John Jessup has more on that story from our CBN News Bureau in Washington. John?
Thanks, Gordon. The veto protects a controversial investment strategy called ESG, which stands for Environmental, Social, and Corporate Governance. Some large asset managers call it good business, while critics say it puts politics ahead of best returns for investors. CBN's Jenna Browder explains.
ESG is the latest political acronym to get Washington's full attention. And after both the House and the Senate passed a bill to ban the investment strategy, President Biden signed his first veto, meaning ESG stands for now.
The only criterion should be what gives you the best math, the best return on investment.
Indiana Senator Mike Braun says that's not what you get with ESG, an investment strategy that takes into account a company's climate change initiatives, diversity, and corporate transparency, with a heavy emphasis on the climate part. Some of the largest asset managers, including BlackRock, call ESG good business. Conservatives, though, tend to disagree. Joel Griffith with the Heritage Foundation says the strategy politicizes investments, often at a cost to investors.
If you look back for the last several years and track investments in ESG type of funds versus investments in the broader stock market, you see that those ESG investments are underperforming the overall stock market.
Some investment advisors also question if ESG would actually help the climate or move the world to a more sustainable future. There are other routes to take. For Christians, one solution is faith-based investing.
Christians don't want to be controlled. They love freedom. They love biblical values. So to be told you must invest this way, you can't own fossil fuel companies, really doesn't sit well with them.
David Spica is the president and CIO at Guidestone Funds, the country's largest Christian investment management firm. He points out a few ways Guidestone promotes biblical values. One is exclusionary screens, or not owning companies inconsistent with biblical values. 2, shareholder advocacy, a way to encourage companies Guidestone owns to adopt Christ-like values. And 3, impact investing.
Impact investing, we feel like, is really the future of faith-based investing. This is where we proactively invest in companies that are doing good, that are serving the underserved, that are promoting the growth of God's kingdom.
Several states have already pulled money out of ESG investments, and at least 16 states are considering legislation to stop it.
There are a number of states that are saying, look, if you are a pension plan manager for public sector employees like firefighters and teachers and police, then you have to abide by a fiduciary duty to those clients, to the workers. And that fiduciary duty means that you cannot be considering ESG factors when it comes to making investments.
As for President Biden's veto, Congress is unlikely to be able to override it because it would require the support of 2/3 of both chambers. In Washington, Jenna Browder, CBN News.